Snack on a sweet frosted piece of cake. And someone will comment on that and even scold you. But snack on today's sweet star ingredient and you're gonna get praised. Double standards? No way. It's more like better standards. Welcome. You're listening to TALRadio powered by Touch a Life Foundation, and this is Foodology. I'm radio host Devansh, and on this show, I talk about the enormous world of a little word called food. Rising to fame in the wellness and holistic living. This tiny fruit is making huge impacts. Dates, scientifically called Phoenix dactylifera. Dates are a variety of sweet, fresh stone fruits that are mostly eaten dried. This food is a staple for people in the Middle East and North Africa. It is also mainly cultivated in these regions. They grow on top of trees in huge clusters. Most of these dates are left on the tree to ripen and dry out because the sugar content in them increases when moisture decreases as they dry down. Letting them hang on the palm trees in the desert type climate is an energy efficient solar powered preservation process that ensures a long shelf life when they are harvested. You'll find dates in salads, appetizers, main courses, sauces, desserts, and the list goes on. You'll even find date syrup as an easy and healthy replacement for sugar and other chemically processed sweeteners. There are more than 3,000 varieties of dates. However, the US is mostly familiar with Deglet Noor and Medjool varieties. This sticky sweet fruit is incredibly versatile, and fossils suggest that they're over 50 million years old. Also considered as one of the first tree crops ever cultivated by humans. Dates contain 80% sugar themselves, but because they're high in fiber, your body absorbs it more gradually, so your blood sugar levels won't spike as much as they would if you eat a chocolate bar instead. Not too long ago, dates were a luxury which never was seen in most parts of the world. Not even in big cities with huge imports and flourishing commerce. On the other hand, in the Middle Eastern households, dates are ever present, arranged on silver platters ready to be served to visiting guests with hot, sweet tea. It's Halloween today, so maybe you can ditch spiking your blood sugar levels with too many candies and eat dates instead. Their versatility is something which not a lot of other fruits possess. So let's explore their world. Find out more about this treasured gem from the Middle East, which has not only adorned the tables of royalty, but also fed nomads of the region for centuries. Dates are considered to be one of the oldest cultivated fruits on the planet. Fossil evidences indicate that dates go back at least 50 million years. Since they are so old, it's hard to pinpoint their exact origin time and place, but we do know that their birthplace was in and around the Fertile Crescent and Greece. The Fertile Crescent is basically a crescent-shaped region in the Middle East, including modern-day Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, Israel, Palestine, Jordan with some regions of Kuwait, Turkey, and Iran. Some people also include Cyprus and northern Egypt in the Fertile Crescent. Having so many countries with potential origins, it's hard to identify, but there are some interesting mentions in ancient texts, paintings, and artifacts, which give a little, if not complete, clarity. The scientific name of this fruit is quite interesting and conflicting, if I tell you. Dates are scientifically called Phoenix dactylifera. And as you may know, that phoenix is an infamous mythological bird, which has been portrayed in many modern day movies and TV shows. Phoenix is a very popular part of pop culture. The story behind this name is that Greek mythology connects the date palm to the immortal phoenix. Pliny the Elder describes the phoenix bird, who would build its nest at the top of a date palm, and after 500 years, the bird would catch fire from the flames of the sun and would be reborn from its own ashes. The coastal region between the Jordan Valley and Mediterranean Sea is known as Phoenicia. Because the date palm grew abundantly in Phoenicia, it was believed to be the tree's homeland. It came to be known as Phoenix, or the tree of Phoenicia, and was a symbol of the region and was featured on Phoenician coins. In the ancient civilizations, date palm was referred to as the tree of life because people looked to the date palm for life's necessities, like its fronds and trunks were used in the construction, while the date fruit was used for medicinal purposes and as a form of sustenance in the arid climate. There are even references to date palm in the religious texts of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Palm Sunday is a feast celebrated by Christians and Jews and is rooted in the blessing and strategic placement of palm branches, while in ancient Greece, the tree also symbolized Apollo, who was born under a date palm on the island of Delos. The date palm is mentioned over 20 times in the Holy Quran and is closely associated with the religion. Historians also found engravings of date palms on seals of the Assyrian Empire, along with artifacts and architecture where capitals were carved to resemble palm trees. Beyond architecture, the date palm became a renowned decorative element featured in artistic mosaics of Byzantine Rome. Dates have been a part of the Middle Eastern heritage and identity. This fruit is among the main nutrition sources in that region. People eat it dried, fresh, or conserved, and they are consumed months or even years after. Ever wondered why they're called dates? This name is due to the fruit's shape and resemblance to human fingers. The color looks similar to the color of human flesh. It is later, after drying, when it starts to turn dark brown in color, but the color initially is similar to human flesh. Dates are oblong shaped, which are supposed to look like a person's fingers. They stick out like them when they're hanging on the tree. The root word duct means fingers in Latin. It was shortened from dactylios to dates. This fruit's history is so old and rich that it leaves us intrigued. Its highly beneficial advantages and widely talked about health boosting qualities can be harnessed by introducing it into your diets. Hear me out. I'll tell you why you should be eating dates on a regular basis, and especially now that the winters are just around the corner. Dates have a lot of fiber. The fiber content in dates are extremely high. This can be very beneficial to people who are suffering from health issues caused by irregular bowel movements. Dates are known for their high concentration of antioxidants. When compared to other dried fruits in the same category, dates top the chart with the highest concentration of antioxidants. Antioxidants are compounds which inhibit the process of oxidation and thereby eliminating the harmful free radicals. Many studies about dates have revealed that the presence of a compound called beta-D-glucan in dates is very helpful in promoting anti-tumor activities inside the body. Alongside antioxidants, these compounds help in reducing the activities of free radicals and the elements that cause cancer. Dates have various properties that can help your kidneys stay healthy during difficult circumstances. Dates are highly rich in micronutrients such as selenium, manganese, magnesium, and copper. These micronutrients help in the development of your bones. Dates can be one of the most important supplements to your diet if you're suffering from any kind of bone problems. Dates are extremely rich in iron, which makes them very beneficial for your hair. The increased iron content in dates ensures that blood flow remains strong and that the scalp gets all the nourishment it deserves. These fruits also have the ability to increase the production of insulin and has several properties that can help to reduce the absorption of glucose. This can help a lot in reducing the risk that is posed by diabetes. If all of these health benefits weren't convincing enough for you to add dates to your regular diets, I don't know what will. Wait, maybe you're not a nutrition nerd? Which you should be in today's day and age. So perhaps the following date dishes that I'll talk about might spark your interest in these tiny gems. In the Middle East, date palm carries an aura of mystery and romance. They hold a special place in the region's culture and cuisines. There are several traditions that assert the significance of this fruit. After all, it has been cultivated in the Arabian Gulf for thousands of years, even millions, as a symbol for power, wealth, abundance, triumph, and faith. It has also gained popularity throughout Europe, East Asia, and the Americas. Not only is it rich in sweetness, but its history, religious importance, cultural significance, nutrition, and much more are world famous. Dates can be made into bread, cakes, cookies, ice cream, juice, vinegar, beer, sugar, and so much more. It is enjoyed both on its own and in various other dishes. Let's talk about some of them. Mamoul. Mamoul are buttery date-filled Middle Eastern cookies that will melt in your mouth, and they are so scrumptious. They are naturally sweetened with dates. These have minimal added sugar. They are popular at Eid, Christmas, and other holidays. Kaik. Kaik are also known as Easter cookies and are traditionally made during the Easter season in Lebanon. There are many versions of kaik, some biscuit-like and some bread-like. It is fragrant with spices and subtly sweet. These biscuits are filled with a mixture of dates and walnuts. They are so delicious. Saniye bil tamer. This is a dessert made of pastry sandwich filled with date paste and is quite similar to a mamoul. These shortbread cookies feature a buttery pastry scented with rose and orange blossom waters, wrapped around a cinnamon and nutmeg spiced date filling. Though they're easy to shape by hand, it's worth seeking out a traditional mold to make them. Makruta. Makruta is a traditional Palestinian pinwheel cookie that is as tasty as it is elegant. A date paste filling scented with cardamom, cinnamon, and anise is swirled through a flaky and rich cookie crust, resulting in the perfect combination of rich, flaky, spicy, scented, and addictive. Other than these sweet treats, many date cakes are made all over the Middle East, with simple and extravagant preparations, varying from place to place. In fact, the simplest way in which people eat dates is by stuffing them with goat cheese. Many places prepare savory dishes with dates to balance the taste and add the perfect amount of sweetness mixed with saltiness to those dishes. Today, you can buy dates imported from a wide variety of sources. In fact, the industry has spread to parts of the US and Mexico, where the climate is quite similar to the Middle East. In the US, California is the leading date growing state, producing more than 90% of the nation's total. Most of this production takes place in the Coachella Valley of Southern California. However, they haven't grown to the kind of scale Middle Eastern date production puts out, and certainly they cannot match the superior quality. Dates are one of the oldest cultivated fruits. It's thought that they were a staple part of civilizations thriving 10,000 years ago. This fruit is prominent in the Abrahamic religions of Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, with date palms thought to be the original apple tree in the biblical story of Adam and Eve. In Judaism, dates are considered as one of the 7 holy fruits. The growing interest in this healthy fruit results from people's rising need for healthy food options. Dates are known for their wide-ranging health benefits. When you're shopping for dates, you should look for those that are shiny and unbroken. You can store dates fresh in an airtight container in the refrigerator for many months and even longer in the freezer. If refrigerated, dried dates will last you for about 1 year in an airtight container and many years if they're frozen. Whether eaten fresh or dried, stuffed or plain, mashed or chopped, dates are truly a versatile fruit. Their caramelly and honey-like taste blends well with almost anything, plus giving your health a boost. Thanks to modern chefs finding new uses to suit changing tastes. Dates have come a long way, and one thing's for sure, that they are not going anywhere anytime soon. Thank you so much for sticking around with me on this episode of Foodology. I had an incredible time talking to you. This is radio host Devansh, signing off. Hope you have a beautiful and a magical day ahead. See you soon.